iPhone 6. This is one of the most popular iPhones which had major design changes of all time. But the question is, can you buy this in 2020? That's exactly what we are gonna cover in this video. The first thing you would feel just after taking this phone in your hand is, it's a small phone. And yeah, it's a small phone. But not only that, it's thin, it's lightweight. So holding this phone feels so comfortable and confident. By confident, I mean you don't have the fear of dropping it. At least after holding such huge and slippery phones for so many years, this feels confident. But this smaller device comes with smaller form factor as well. It features a small 4.7-inch LCD panel with a resolution of 750 x 1334. It's not a great display, not as colorful as AMOLED, or even not as high-res as today's latest devices. And the interesting thing is, if you look hard enough onto the display, you can see the pixels. This is okay in 2014, but not at all acceptable in 2020. So if you are planning to move to an iPhone 6 from any Android device that released in the past 3 to 4 years, the difference would be much noticeable. Let's go to the build and design. The design of this phone is pretty old. Those bezels on the up and the down, it looks kinda 90s. No, this is not that old device. Still, the technology today moves so fast where a 2-year-old device feels like it's 5 years old. And this feels old. But hang on, this is one well built phone, complete metal body and the best tactile touch ID. Still, a case is much recommended just because of the bend gate. You know what? It also has a headphone jack. Rest in peace. Okay, as I am a person who consumes lot of media online, I played some YouTube videos. The colors are decent, but not as punchy as AMOLED, which I've already mentioned. But there is one thing to note, and that is the speaker output. It's not that loud. That too, comparing to 2019-2020 standards, it's not at all loud. Now coming to the specs. It has Apple A8 chip on the heart of the device and combined with 1 GB of RAM. Yes, 1 GB of RAM. And for the internal memory, it's released in 4 variants: 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB and 128 GB. The variant that I have with me is a 16 GB one. Coming to performance, don't expect a lot from the device. It's just mediocre. Most of the apps do run and it's still usable. To be clear, a very light user will not feel much hassle with it. Still, for your clarity, I am gonna compare with OnePlus 3T to see the performance. So yeah, you saw the test and OnePlus 3T performed better in most of the apps. Still, if you are a casual user who uses SNS apps like Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp and some basic stuff, this should get you going. It can also run heavy games like Asphalt 9 or even Iron Blade, but I did see some stutters, so casual gaming should be fine. Now let's speak about the updates. Normally, Apple supports their devices for 5 years from the year of launch, and this keeps Apple in the number one position for updates. Even then, as this phone is released in 2014, Apple discontinued the software support for this model. So this mobile is stuck at iOS 12. To be correct, iOS 12.4.8. And this is something you have to keep in mind. Now moving on to camera comparison, iPhone 6 features a 8 megapixel rear camera which can shoot up to 1080p 60 fps. And on the front, it has 12 megapixel selfie shooter and can record up to 720p at 30 fps. Not a great camera spec. Now let's look at the camera shots. On an average, the back camera images look okay, but zooming in does lag details. Still, for an 8 megapixel camera, this is something that I can really appreciate. But the only thing that I felt was it lacks colors. Even if you see this image, iPhone 6 has much better details compared to OnePlus 3T. But on the color side, OnePlus produces much better colors. Selfies are absolute trash. They have more noise and I didn't like them at all. And this is the performance that you could expect from a 1.2 megapixel camera. It's straight out of 90s. Even in the low light, the performance is not acceptable according to 2020 standards. I mean, we have so much for night modes. We have astrophotography, we have dedicated night sights, and none of these are available in iPhone 6, which makes this camera an underperformer in night sight. Trust me, if you buy this, you will not like the night photos. Now the final one, battery. This one has an 1810 mAh, and if I have to take a solid reason to say that don't buy this phone, then that would be this. To the max it comes for half day, and to charge it, it takes 2 to 2.5 hours and sometimes 3 hours with its 5-watt charger. So on the battery side, it's a big no. The final verdict is don't buy it in 2020. This is not a bad phone by any means, but it does not hold up well to the recent trends. Battery is the biggest minus and all others are just average. So yeah, don't buy this mobile. And guys, that's pretty much it about for this video, and I hope you like it. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing tech content. I hope to see you in my next video.